Holy crap. There we are. Hey, everyone. Welcome to the goddamn show. I'm Chuck. We're here to play some Forbidden Lands. It's, I've just looked, been a month since our last session. We're still down in the Stone Loom Mines looking for a magical sword. Yeah. Is that right? That's right.
It's real time though, right? Our characters have actually literally been there for a month.
Yeah. They just set up camp. They're like, this is our home now.
Good.
Yeah, that's how it goes. Let's do some introductions. I do want to point out we're short of Dan and we're short of Jen today. They're both unavailable to play, so we'll miss them. But throw it out there real quick. You can check out all the cool stuff that Jen streams over on Pixel Prowler. But yeah, let's do some introductions. Order the overlay. Adam gets to make noises first. Who are you? Where can we find you? Plug Your Pluggables is where can we find you. And who are you playing? That's the right way.
Yeah. My name's Adam Rose. I'm with Grim and Perilous Studios. What I'd like to plug today is that recently we welcomed Jeff Heising to Grim and Perilous Studios. And because of that, the products that Jeff, myself, and Ken had worked on before are now part of Grim and Perilous Studios' publisher line. So to celebrate that, we're having a bundle on Leather, Steel, Blade, and Bone and Dark Below Odessa. If you're into playing Zweihander, there are some supplements that I think are pretty good, but I am biased. So here is a link to the bundle if you wanted to pick any of those up on DriveThruRPG. And I am playing Huxley, a young orc sorcerer.
It didn't let you post that link. If you want to drop it in the Foundry log, I'll paste it over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, can do that.
There we go. Very cool. Moving on down, we got us a Jake.
Well, I'm Jake. I'm with the Defenders of Cobalt, and you can catch me here. And today I'll be playing, well, usually when I play this particular game, I play Osborne the Goblin. He considers himself the Hooch Goblin, and he has a hog named Bob, who is currently waiting outside of the dungeon, because dungeons are dangerous for large boars.
Yes. So, Foundry doesn't let me copy, so there's the full link. So go check out that bundle. It's good stuff. Leather, Steel, Blade, and Bone is a fantastic supplement for your Zweihander games.
Thank you.
All right, moving on over to the other side, we got us a Jeff.
Hey, Adventures in Lollygagging. We play various tabletop role-playing games on the internet at twitch.tv/the Lollygaggers. We play on Mondays, so this coming Monday we're going to be doing Things from the Flood. Fridays we tend to play Delta Green, and Saturdays in the afternoons, usually after this stream, we play Worlds Without Number, but we're off today because it's holiday weekend, and some of our players can't play. I am playing today Waits, who is a elderly dwarven minstrel who has gone from being a kind of grandfatherly happy figure looking at the positive things in life to being a dark Johnny Cash black wearing phase where he just is waiting death and speaking depressingly about the inevitability of it all. But he's still a minstrel, and he's not too bad with a sword either.
Yeah. All right, and last but not least, loser of our alphabet game, we have Melissa.
That's me. Also with Adventures in Lollygagging, so everything Jeff just said. In this game, I play Belari the Mistwalker. She is a druid halfling in her 60s. She's had a couple prides along the way and keeps losing her prides. So this time, since I just picked up Fast Shooter at rank 3, I decided that my new pride is that I can shoot an arrow as straight as anyone else.
Nice.
So we'll see how long I get to keep that pride.
There we go. Let's see, I'm trying to figure out. There it is. Okay. I was doing overlay stuff. It was being silly. So we got a new pride, and, hopefully we have some luck and you'll get to keep it for more than a session.
We'll see.
All right. So, yeah, we're in the Stone Loom Mines. I forget the name of the artifact you all came down here to pick up.
Sword that slays giants.
Sword that slays giants. That is the one that you're going for. Yeah, you found this big, vent or whatever you want to call it on the mountainside. You shimmied on down, found yourselves in a cavern full of bug people. There was some leg removal, but eventually a tenuous piece was formed. You did find out that there was dwarves down here. So you went on your way, took a couple little side paths where you found some heavy machinery with some big barrels. You found a spooky room full of the undead and an injured dwarf. You've also been having regular visits from a creepy child that seems to be made of meat that gives very intense high fives.
I mean, technically, aren't all kids made of meat? Is that the bad question? I shouldn't have asked that question.
Yeah, you got me there. You got me there. Yeah.
They're not vegetables, Chuck.
They're not.
They're not made of vegetables.
Okay. The more you know. And then you made your way eventually to where these dwarves were hanging out. You talked with these dwarves for the bit. Their leader, Milva, she shared some information. Part of the mine is flooded. They were going to work on getting the old pump working again to drain the water out of the lower portions of the mine. And they were on that until they started getting attacked by demons. So they hid here in this mushroom room. But they did say there is a section of the dungeon further back that's protected by an iron gate. And if you want to get further, you're going to need to find and recover the key that's hiding somewhere in the mine, probably in the flooded portion. So that kind of leaves your opening task to figuring this thing out is getting that pump working and then seeing what you can do to, find your way through to wherever this sword's hiding at. So, who's going to start us off?
We had another one who was injured too, right?
There was a dwarf that was injured. That's the one you rescued.
Right. And I think the plan was he was going to stay behind and watch the door while we go, do what we got to do outside.
Hey, there's Jen in chat. Jen, too bad you can't be here, but I feel for you. That can't be fun. But yeah, so I think what we're going to say is, yes, there is an injured dwarf who was going to stay back and guard the room, but at the threat of demons, we'll say that Steely Dan and Grace both opted to hang back and guard as well to, explain
Sounds
why
good.
they're not here. Yeah. So yeah, where do you all want to go? The Defenders of Cobalt logo down there we're using as the party location. You do know that there is that long hallway that you initially came down, and you did find that room full of mechanical stuff. And Milva would probably point out that that's the control for the water pump. There is another way through it that she would explain if you just head straight across and through the hallway on the other side. There's an old, really gross, broken down, chamber with some nasty looking stairs leading down to the pump room itself. And you could get to that through there as well. She would warn that the area kind of south of where you're at now and kind of south of the pump room is where the demons have been the most active. Usually during night, though. Yeah.
Are we to assume that we kind of camped out for a bit, rested, or anything like that? Okay.
Yeah, we can throw that out there. The nice thing about this chamber that you're resting in is it's growing of mushrooms. This was the old, let's think pantry or whatever it was for the dwarves. So the majority of the mushrooms here are completely safe and edible. There's fresh water. So food, water is provided in this room.
Well, I think if we're going to go shortest distance between two lines, eliminate as much variability as we can, fewer opportunities for ever malevolent entity is messing with us, that fleshy being and child laughing thing. I don't like fleshy beings, and I don't like children laughing. So, I don't know. Quickest path there makes sense to me.
Okay. Well, Milva would say if you want the quickest path, heading through the area straight east of here through that old chamber would be way faster. But it's also the most dangerous path.
Valari just holds up her crossbow, like, let him come, I'll shoot him.
Nice. Okay.
Let's do it.
So yeah, you all head out back through the door. There's the broken bridge that you had to navigate before. Luckily, you left a rope up, so you're all able to easily navigate back over it. You come back to this intersection where initially you went towards the west to find the dwarves. Now they're saying going east is the quick path. So you continue on down. And this, my mat here is flat, but you're coming in this large kind of domed chamber, almost silo-esque. And you can see it goes up for a ways, but you can see a dome ceiling above, and it kind of disappears into darkness down below. Now Milva, we'll say she's kind of tagging along as a guide. She'll point out that there's 2 lower entrances if you get way down there in the dark. The southernmost one is directly into the area that the demons are. The southeast one is a ramp that leads directly down into the flooded area. Well, if you take the east path, an old break in the cave wall, it takes you right into the pump room. But she says the big thing is the rotten stairs. And you can see the stairs, like wooden beams that have been set into the round wall of this chamber. They look old, they're wet, looks like they're covered with mildew, she says, and there's a good portion of them that have rotted through, so you're gonna have to be super careful traveling down these. And so what I'm getting at is I'm gonna make you all roll something to move down the stairs. I'll let you have your choice. No, we're gonna go with move test. So if everyone wants to give me a move test.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, that was some ominous music for that move test.
I did like how when Jeff was doing his plugs earlier, I didn't have the volume set, so I got super dramatic and loud. But that's just the vibe over on Lollygaggers. You got to go check it out.
We're incredibly serious. Don't let the name.
Always serious.
Yeah.
This is going to be fun.
Okay.
Oh no.
Okay. So.
Do extra move tests from others help anyone?
Yes,
I've
I was
got one
gonna.
extra.
It looks like Melissa, Jeff, and Jake, you all got many move tests. So as Huxley very bravely says, I'm leading the way, and you trotting down, bold as can be, you hit one of these large wooden, supports coming out as stairs, and your foot just slips, but you steady yourself for a second. You can feel that strain in your torso as you're flailing around, trying not to fall off into the dark. You take another step forward to try and regain your balance, and this wooden plank coming out of the wall just crumbles under your foot. Luckily, your friends grab you by the back of your robes and pull you back up before you go tumbling down. And you're all able to easily, well, I won't say easily, safely make your way across this chamber. Now, as you move into this other chamber with kind of the sounds that Huxley accidentally made, you start hearing a strange kind of clicking noise coming from behind you in the depths of that chamber. Almost, I don't want to say insect-like. It's almost like someone's just making a, like a click with their mouth, but it sounds almost muffled, higher pitched than it should be. Do you all want to investigate that or move along?
Do we see, can we, without moving too closely, is there anything we can see from where we've ended up that might give us hints as to what that might be?
I'll say this. As you turn around, you look down without moving back out into a precarious position. You can see a dark shape kind of moving in the opening on that southern entrance. the bottom of this chamber. But you can see it kind of then moves back in to that hallway there and out of sight.
Looks like something was waiting for one of us to fall. We gotta be extra careful if we come back this way.
We'll just remember not to stomp along the stairways. And I thank you all for looking out for me.
Not looking to feed any of those creatures today.
Just gotta remember that there's something at her tail now that might mean us harm. So whoever's back there, keep a close eye. Listen for that clicking sound.
Did those fellas that we met at the beginning make that clicking sound?
No.
Of course they didn't, Huxley. What kind of question is that? You think two insects are the same? That's just wrong.
Well, you see, even though there are vast differences between you and I, we're both speaking the same fucking language, ain't we?
No, I sound eloquent. Melodic. I don't know what you are. We gotta move forward, though.
As you
He's in a mood today.
We can't dwell on everyone but his personal faults here.
That's great. As you all move into this larger chamber here, you can see this half, half a pipe. I think I described it before, going onto at a slope into one side of the floor, going out of the ceiling, covered in rust. There's old crates, bits of stone, but you can see on the opposite side of this chamber, there is the entrance to that room you found with all the equipment.
Do we see any signs of like a console for this machinery, or is it just the drill?
No, in this chamber, it's just that large drill. You did see kind of the console in that smaller chamber that you went into last session.
And it's not blocking. Like, can we get over?
Yeah, you can easily get it. You got to kind of duck under it, but that's nothing that's actually impeding you. So yeah, you make it on over. I'm dragging the token and it's just clipping right through my walls there. It's okay. Yeah, you make it over to this room where the equipment was. Now Milva would say this one wall is entirely covered in these gears and different cogs and bits and pieces. There's a large throw lever, and she's like, that's where you activate it, but the problem is it's been setting for so long. We need to spend a few minutes on repairing it. And she goes and she pops open the lid to one of those barrels, and you can see it's filled with oil, just machine oil, this dark black, almost lumpy substance. And she's like, it'll take me a few minutes. If one of you want to help out, you're welcome to. This would be a crafting test. Pretty much I'm going to say it's 5 minutes for her to complete this. She'll get a roll, and if anyone else wants to roll a crafting test with her, we'll subtract a minute. That way you're all not trapped here waiting as long. Oh my.
If no one else has any kind of ability to use machinery and such, weights can lend a hand. It's been a long time since I've had to work in a mine. But unless you all are better at it than I am, I can lend a hand.
I know a thing or two.
Watching behind.
What was that, Melissa? You kind
On any of these
locked up
things
there.
hit.
Oh, I just said I would keep an eye on our
Okay.
behind us.
Where are you seeing Osborne?
I know a thing or two about this.
Okay.
I have one rank in
Okay.
crafting.
Oh, if you want to
I've
roll
got
it,
two.
yeah, and as many people can roll it as they want
Okay.
to. She got one success, so we're down to 4 minutes. So we'll be down to 3 minutes altogether. She's working on it. She's pulling some gears off, running it in the oil, making sure it's coated well, puts it back on, slapping cotter pins back into place. She's got a wooden mallet that she's using to adjust some pieces here and there. It's maybe a minute into this. Bellari and Osborne, who are keeping watch, coming from the west, from that big drill chamber, you start hearing that clicking noise again. And you hear it, and that actually it sounds like maybe there's more than one, and it's almost like there's a conversation of some sort.
You all messing with that machine thing over there might want to hurry it up. We've got guests, and more than one. Crossbow is at the ready.
Cool.
Takes as long as it takes. If we got it, should we fan out, hide in corners, prepare an ambush?
I like ambushes. They come in, we yeah, and
Agree.
yeah, it'll be great.
Very well. We'll see if we can make this any quicker. And Huxley will try to work faster.
Let me pull your player tokens over here.
Waiting for a lever to break. Like, this is what happens when you rush me.
Mm-hmm.
When the lever breaks, there ain't no place to stay. Never mind. I'm gonna see myself out.
So, like I said, we're about a minute in, working on the second minute. So Bellari, as your, oh, we got extra Steely Dan. We'll remove Steely Dan for now. He's gone. Bellari, you can see kind of poking their heads over this drill. These small imp-like looking creatures, very, very, what you expect from the stories. Small, kind of leathery skin, horns, long arms, long fingers that end in claws. And there's two of them that you see in there, and they're clicking back and forth, kind of watching at the entrance, maybe trying to figure out what their next steps are going to be.
I will make myself visible and show my large crossbow being pointed right at them.
Sure, yeah, you step out. You brandish your crossbow at them. Why don't you give me a... Oh my gosh, is there a manipulation? Yeah, give me a manipulation test.
Oh dear.
Okay,
Oh, hey, I got
yeah.
one.
You brandish it at them, and you can see them both kind of duck down behind this drill again. And the clicking noise kind of picks up a little bit as they move back and forth. Give me just a second here. And it sounds like it's fading away, like they're moving back, until a rock comes flying over the drill and lands. It was a wide throw, maybe 10 feet from you. While Waits and Huxley and Milva continue working away on the gears inside, unless one of you want to break off, you're more than welcome to, but Osborne, what are you doing?
I'm waiting for Bug Lad to come rushing in
Okay.
so I can bust him in his bug legs.
Sure. Now, Bellari, the clicking's softer every now and then. There's a rock kind of chucked your direction, but it doesn't seem like they necessarily have the nerve to take more direct actions. Are you just going to stand your ground there?
Yeah, I'll just stand there and kind of give them time to keep working the machine.
Sure. Let me get Huxley and Waits to roll a test for me. Let me have you roll me a scouting test.
Good Huxley and Waits, right?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and push this one.
Yeah, I guess I could push too.
Ooh, at a cost, but I did it.
Nothing.
Okay. So Huxley, as you're working at this, understanding that there's something in the other chamber, tension's kind of rising. Bellari seems to be holding them back just fine. But you catch movement over your left shoulder, and you take a peek, and you see another one of these creatures trying to sneak in through the other door behind you. And it's maybe 10 feet from you at this point.
Do I get a good look at it, or is it just like a movement?
You catch a movement and you look, and yeah, you can get a confirmation. It's another one of these little imp creatures. It looks like they sent two maybe in to distract you one direction and sent the other one around the other way to try and get you from behind.
Right now, I'm having a little bit of a hard time remembering. It's been a bit. Have we seen these imp creatures before?
No, this particular style would be a first.
Okay. Hey, you. What you doing? Why are you here?
It stops dead in its tracks now. Waits, Osborne, this would draw your attention, and you can see this small creature, maybe 2 feet, 2.5 feet tall, standing there, and it just freezes for a second. Then there's a couple of clicks it lets out, and then it just lunges directly at Huxley. Let's see what we got. Oh, but it easily, Huxley, you see it coming. You easily deflect the incoming bite. You know, you just put your hand out and just stop it in its tracks. Why don't we go ahead? We're just going to do some popcorn initiative if you want. Because, you know, who wants to roll initiative? Huxley, I will let you start it out, though, since this thing came right at you.
All right. Obviously intends me violence now, so
Yeah.
Huxley will drop what he's doing and he'll be like, didn't have to come to this, but it comes down to this. And he just punches it right in the nose.
Sure thing. Go ahead and roll that out for me.
All right. Wait, no. Gotta go to the combat sheet and use my stuff that I got programmed in. All right. There we go.
Nice.
All right, that should do 2.
2 altogether.
And then for my fast action, I'm gonna go ahead and like kick it because it says headbutt, but you know, kick it because it's shorter to try and drive that point home.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Oh wow, man. You
apparently I stop it.
Yeah, you give it a punch in the nose and it staggers back, and you just punt this thing and it goes flying out of the room and crashes hard against the far wall and just slides down the wall. A little trail of blood on the wall behind it collapses there, broken. I think we get to do a critical injury for it. Oh no, the critical injury table's not working. Well, yeah, it's broken, and you knock the breath out of it. Sure. Now, this one has been cleared up. There are 2 in the other room, but they don't seem to be approaching. Huxley, who would you like to hand it off to? Or are you all staying in combat or going to slip out and see what happens with the other two?
Actually looks like he's really frustrated, and then all of a sudden like has a slight look of remorse, like he hurt something that he didn't really intend to. But he looks to he'll look to Waits kind of like with a shrug and like doesn't know what to do beyond this point.
Okay. Do you want Waits to go next, or are you just looking for like a RP response? Because if that's the case, I would be like, get Osborne to go help Bellari out, clear them other two out. We got shit to do here. We can't be feeling bad about killing these things that want to do us harm. And he's going back to tinkering with the machine.
Yeah, Huxley will fall in line with that. So.
Okay. So that passes the turn to Osborne, am I correct?
Yep.
And Osborne, you've been given the instruction to go help out Bellari.
Alrighty. Well, I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna march out to where those two bug dudes with the rocks are hiding. Just gonna go straight up to them and take a swing at one with my shield.
Sure, yeah. You run out. Where'd your token go? No, it's actually the other direction. This one is dead. Well,
Yeah, I can't.
broken. That's
For some reason, a lot of fog of war is happening, and I can't see anything.
Oh. Let me make sure I got your token set up right. I don't. That should fix you.
Hey, there we go. Outstanding.
Yeah. So if you head out the other direction, you can give Bellari the message, and you can see these two creatures crouching behind this drill, hiding from you. Oh, hiding.
I don't know if I'll be able to get to them then. I'll be satisfied with just getting to the drill.
Okay. Yeah, you can move up to the drill. I'll say you're standing right on one side of it. Who's going next, Jake?
I think Bellari should go next.
Sure.
All right, Bellari. We'll take her. We'll see what happened over there, and we're not trying to intimidate anymore, so she'll go ahead and shoot that one.
Sure. Go ahead and give me that shot. Yeah, you get 2 points of damage on it. You gonna push that?
No.
Okay. Yeah, you easily hit this thing center mass with a crossbow bolt. Blood starts kind of squirting out of it. It clicks and hisses in anger. Bellari, who's going next? Waite still hasn't gone. He just gave some instructions, but he's still in there tinkering, and these creatures haven't gone.
I would say creatures.
Sure. They each... Well, I won't say each. The one you shot picks up a rock and hurls it at you. Now, it is injured, so the rock just goes completely wide. Doesn't even come close. The other one ducks under the drill and moves around to Osborne. Osborne, it's going to try and take a bite at you. And that would be 2 points of damage. Do you have armor?
I do. Hold on, let me look up the rules for parrying. I do have a free parry every turn, thanks to my defender talent.
Definitely take a
I
parry.
can't
if you
remember what
want.
it does to. What it does to parry. Oh well, I can just roll it out here. Here we go.
Cool.
Actions parry. Bing bang boom.
Holy shit.
Well, that's not right. Why the hell am I getting?
That's not
Wow.
nice. You just needed one success, so we'll call
So
it.
many.
Yeah.
We'll call it, man. Yeah, you easily just interject your shield there, and its teeth, you hear it clatter right off the shield.
Yeah, strength, melee, gear, modifier,
Yeah.
artifact die. Yep. All right.
Okay, you're just great at doing parries. From the tunnel that you all kind of came through, back behind where these demons are, you hear, "Oh, looks like we've got new friends." It's the creepy little girl's voice calls out. And Jake Osborne would be able to see the face in Bellari as well. The face of these demons, they just go pale, just like this. Oh shit. Then we pass to Waits. Waits, are you continuing to tinker? Or are you going to do something else?
So do I don't see the face though, right? I don't see what's going on.
No,
I'm
you're
like in the room.
Yeah.
If I'm in the room working and I know that this is something we have a timer on, I will continue the tinker.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, you would get your intern first term, so I'm going to presume you're going to keep tinkering. Who do you want to kick it to after that?
I'll call out. I mean, probably whoever's in the combat area.
Okay.
I'll be like, "How's it looking, Osborne?" So I'll call out to Osborne.
Looks like a couple of critters are gonna die, and maybe we will too with little girls around.
Okay, that sounds good. Kill the critters first.
So what are you going to do, Jake?
I'm gonna punch this guy.
Sure.
This little demon guy who just took a swipe at me.
Absolutely.
Oh my god.
You
I'm
got
gonna push
one.
that.
Okay.
I'm gonna bust this guy's chops. Bam.
You just knock him right out. He goes down to broken. Let's roll a blunt. Critical injury. Yeah, like it's a 1-2, so you kick him in the shin real hard and then just uppercut him. He sprawls across the ground, knocked out. You've mangled his poor little knee. Who's going next there, Osborne?
Well, let's see if Bellari can finish off the one who got shot earlier.
All right. Let's try this again. Oh shit.
I'll push that and get you some WP.
The crossbow, yeah. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. That's agility, right?
That's agility, yeah.
Oh, down to 1.
And it's your crossbow.
Oh,
forget
I can do my thing.
don't
Yes,
forget-
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yes, thank you. It's my
At
pride.
the very least, you can kill this guy.
So,
Is it a D12 for your pride?
yeah, let me. Sorry, I'm having.
Yeah, that's 3 successes.
Ooh.
You put this bolt right through this thing's forehead. Drops on the ground, broken. We'll go ahead and roll. Oh, this is stab. You hit him. Have you heard of the term scorpion? It's like for skateboarders where they crash so hard and they kind of land on their face that their legs kind of bend up over their back and they actually kick the back of their heads. The bolt goes through this dude's forehead and he scorpions so hard that it stabs in through his thigh. And then as his body relaxes, the bolt goes with the thigh and not the head. And then you hear in the darkness back behind, "Oh, well, those friends didn't last very long. That wasn't very nice of you. We just wanted to play." But it's at about this time that the tinkering is complete, and all of a sudden this large kind of spiral gear starts churning, and it's scraping at first, and eventually it kind of picks up speed, and you can hear water just gurgling through it as it's pulling up water from the lower levels. The voice, the little girl voice, kind of stops. And as the lower levels begin to drain out. Now, this equipment's making a lot of racket, but it looks to be doing what it's supposed to be doing. I don't have an alternate map without the water on it, so we'll just say there's still a small layer of water on the floor in those lower levels. But it should be safe to proceed on down now if you want.
The voice went away?
Yeah.
Okay. We didn't get all dressed up for nothing. You all ready to go?
Did you see what I just did? I'm getting pretty good at this, like, arrow stuff.
I'm sure you are, but I was in here working on a machine, so...
You missed
Without sarcasm, no, I did not see it.
your loss.
It was pretty metal.
Huxley's gonna go and find the one that he punted across the room.
Yeah.
And what happened to it? It's out of breath.
Yeah, you broke it. It was... Yeah, pretty much you just knocked the wind out of it. It's still right there. Yeah.
And he's gonna stand over it and look down at it and go, I do not consent to biting play. And then he's gonna look at it and go, do you want to live? Do you want to talk this out? Or should I just end your life in here?
I'll tell you what, it actually responds in kind of the common tongue. We were just getting food. Don't kill me and I won't eat your toes, I promise.
You're hungry?
Yes.
Well, what do you eat?
People, lizards, insects, fish.
Meat. You eat meat.
Yes.
I'll rummage through some of my packs and I'll give it some scraps of meat.
Sure. It takes the meat. Very timidly at first. It's not sure. You've already kind of bested it. But eventually it will take the meat and it will slowly limp/scamper off into the darkness, kind of north from where you're at.
Tell the others.
Okay.
Hopefully that'll belay them.
That was my goal with just intimidating them to move out of the way, but we feed people when we can.
Yeah. All right. So what's the plan?
Onward.
Sure. So immediately to the south here. Hang on a second. Immediately to the south here, you can see the old section that kind of went down in those stairs. The water level is dropped low enough that you could proceed down.
Yeah, I'll go in.
Sure.
Do it.
Yeah, the water level is low. You can all either move your individual tokens if you want. They're up there, and I do have vision programmed in them now. Or if you want, we can move the party location. It might be easier to do individual tokens, so when if you accidentally stumble upon another bit of combat.
Accidentally.
Yeah, you find this old chamber. You can see that there's some kind of old like mine cart loading area. There's heavy chains. There's a small opening kind of to the northwest here that's got tracks on it. It looks like these lower levels, they would load up the mine carts with ore, attach them to this winch, and it would pull it up to probably some cart storage area on upper levels. But you also see a path going directly south and a path going directly east.
I'll look to Milva, see if she has any insight into the direction we might take.
She would probably point out, she's like, working off the old maps, if we head straight east from here, to the south will be kind of some of the older mining chambers. But it's if you go to the east and then north is where you should find that gate that led into the mining tunnels that were active when the dwarves had to abandon the mine.
Where then?
Lead the way then. Whoever's Huxley. We going east or?
Well, I can go any direction you want, east or south.
She would point out that east is deeper into the mine, and she doesn't necessarily remember what was south of here, but it can't go on for too far.
I say we go east. Sooner we get the hell out of this mine, the better.
Something in me is telling me that you're supposed to explore everything before you advance. Go all the wrong ways to find everything first, as he goes the proper way, but...
Ilari's waiting in the back.
Okay.
Crossbow at the ready.
You move through these old mining tunnels. There are cart tracks down below. Let me adjust the stream map. And eventually you come to a chamber. You can continue east in this small chamber, but there is also a path heading south from here.
We continue east, always to the east.
You're
Just
out
until we
front.
go north.
Yeah. East is fine.
To the east.
As you're all
Always to
kind of
the east.
moving across this chamber, there's an intense vibration and a rumbling noise that kind of starts up. It's so intense that the water on the ground, the standing water, you can actually see ripples in its surface as it's going on. And then very suddenly, the water in your immediate area all starts draining very rapidly. Like you can watch the water level just shrink to almost nothing.
Everything's fine.
Do we see like a drainage system? Do we see vents? Do we see holes in the ground, anything like that where the water's going? Or is it just like magically disappearing before
Why
our
don't
eyes?
you give me a test? Why don't you give me a... Oh, let's see, you're dwarf. I would allow crafting, kind of tying into mining lore, or if you want to just do a scouting test. And if anyone wants to make that, that's fine. If you're a dwarf, you can do crafting or scouting.
Much better for me. 2 successes on that craft test.
Yeah, as you're looking around, you can see a portion. It's half on the wall, half on the floor, so kind of gapping the two, where the rock is filled with these fissures, and you can see the stones inside, and it's maybe, if you were to like lay it on a flat surface, maybe like 6 feet in diameter, and you can see the rocks in this spot are almost shaking and wiggling a little bit. Maybe stones are falling out.
Careful. This is not a safe section of tunnel. This thing could fall in on itself at any time.
And as you give that warning, this massive creature bursts out of that spot. And it's,
Or that can happen.
Huxley, were you leading the way? You were leading the way. So
I
I'm
was
gonna
totally
say,
leading the way. Yeah.
I'm going to say it busts out. Like right here, where I just dropped that circle, separating Huxley from the party. As this creature, massive worm-like creature, these strange little spikes all over it, very, you know, kind of almost blubbery form to it with this huge maw on the front of it. It pops out in the tunnel and it kind of swings its big head facing the three of you and then swings back looking at Huxley.
This is fun.
Swings back at the three of you and it lifts its head up and it almost puts its mouth against the roof of the tunnel with this portion of its neck facing towards Waits, Osborne, and Bellari. As you see this slit form, let's see, 100 bits, that's everyone take a WP. Thanks there, Karian, that's fantastic.
Thank you.
As this slit in this thing's neck spreads open, and there's all this kind of gross, meaty stuff kind of hanging out there. But all of a sudden, a woman's face surfaces out of it. That's a lot of noise in the background. Hang on. Well, hello there.
Hello. Greetings. We mean no harm to you.
I see that.
Can you say the same for us?
I wish you no harm. You're in the domain of my daughter and I. Who sent you here?
We're here on our own accord.
You're not sent here by Ziogfor or hang on, I'm using the names in my chat box
Yeah.
here.
Zerstrom,
that's it.
Zogfor.
Ziogfor or Zertrum.
You've named our enemies, madam.
Your enemies. I've named my husband and my son.
I hate to inform you, your husband and your son are assholes.
Well,
Please
yes,
don't eat my toes for that.
I do not wish to eat your toes, friends. So you mean no harm to my daughter?
Why would we mean harm to her?
Well, after we fled my husband, we came to these mines. And I've been waiting for the day that he sends his agents to recover us.
We are not here for you, ma'am. We are here for an artifact that's said to be held within these mines that we can then use to help defeat your asshole husband and son.
Sorry, my dog decided right next to me is the best place for a chew toy. Well, I probably know of the artifact that you want. But it is one of my daughter's favorite play toys, and I don't believe we'll be willing to share it with you. Now,
Perhaps we could make a trade. There might be another play toy or thing or something we could retrieve to exchange peacefully for that sword.
I've already been a baby. I'm not going to be a dolly. I'm not getting traded for this.
I meant an item, not a person.
Yeah, okay, yeah, we can make a trade for it.
I'll tell you what, if you speak to my daughter and she agrees, and whatever her price might be, I will not hinder you. But I will tell you that she has been infected with an evil. And if she comes for you, I will have no choice but to save you from her.
No choice but to save us from her.
Yes, I've saved many people from her in the past.
Do you save people by killing them first?
I do not kill them. I take them into me so they can live with me for eternal life. as she flexes and more of these slits start opening all over her body. And all of these faces come to the surface, every ancestry you can think of. And as soon as they kind of break the surface of her skin, they all start crying out in pain, confusion. Help me. Just kill me, please. I don't know where I am. I can't feel my legs. As then she kind of flexes again and all these faces suck back in. It's a far kinder fate than what she will leave you. So.
Or you could kill us. That
I will take your word for that.
Saving.
You could totally eat my toes and the rest of me rather than that.
Yeah. Hey, Diesel Shot. Thanks for coming by. What's
going on, man?
I'm sure we'll meet again as she slides back down this tunnel.
Well, that was creepy and horrifying.
But we're still alive, at least.
So,
Yeah.
We're gonna get it then.
if her daughter chooses to attack us and she's forced to save us, we'll essentially be fighting too.
Yeah, that's correct.
Do we
So
think
instead
maybe
of the trade, we just steal it and run. That's
we could try
Right.
the cleansing candle and see if that does anything?
ooh yeah, candles, yeah.
A cleansing candle.
It cleanses something that I wrote down.
Yeah, it's
Cleanses-
what we bought a lot of.
Cleanse spirit or something.
Yeah, cast the cleanse spirit spell.
Maybe her daughter needs a spirit cleansing.
We'll make her a
Fine.
cake with some spirit cleansing candles.
Yeah, I mean, she likes to play. We could play like it's her birthday.
Yeah.
So what's the plan?
Pull out a field kitchen and bake a cake.
If you want to give me the test for that.
I've been using survival for cooking. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
This is definitely an issue of survival, I'd
Yeah,
say.
I mean,
Got a D8 from something. It's been so long.
do you want to push that?
Oh
What
gosh.
happens when we rely on Ballari to cook every time?
Oh no.
I've gotten really good at shooting this arrow,
There we go.
All right.
Yeah.
2 wits.
You do the best that you can on cooking a cake in a damp environment on a field kitchen. Luckily, your supplies are well stocked. So, it's a little larger than a cupcake. It's a very kind of thin frosting on it, but it's definitely passable.
Oh, is it one of those like mug cakes?
Not quite. Think of like just a large cupcake, like maybe like that.
I feel like the flavor's probably a bit in the like muffin direction.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know that
Yeah.
like the sweetness is necessarily there. It's a little more like muffinish.
Crying, thanks for those bits. I'm waiting for the scroll because for the life of me, I don't fucking remember what the bits do in this game. I know 600 bits is there. 600 bits a reroll. So yeah, we have a banked reroll. Ballari, you can use that to reroll if you want, or you can keep your cake as is and save the reroll for something else.
I've got 2 successes.
Okay.
I think I don't want to risk not having 2 successes.
Sure. So you now have a small birthday cake with a candle of cleansing on top of it.
We do
God
2
damn,
candles
we're
of cleansing.
geniuses.
We have 10 of those. Can we do 2 candles of cleansing?
Sure.
just
Yeah,
to-
not a problem. It's large
All
enough
right.
for 2.
We should ask her how old she is, and we use that many candles plus 1 for good luck.
Let's hope she's not older than 9.
That we can split them into smaller
can I
candles.
fit 9 candles?
I would
on this
honestly
little
say
muffin?
like any more than 3, and you're going to be risking the structural integrity of this cake.
We could always do like we did for my parents and, make it to where each candle counts as 10.
Or 5 even. She's probably somewhere in the 8 to 12 range, hopefully.
Yeah, my band's made it all the way to 5.
Okay.
Bellari remembers that she's 64 and is like, oh.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Do we commence like singing or something to try to...
Do you want to draw her out with birthday singing? I'll allow it, but you're all going to have to actually sing.
we should make sure our bard is present for melodies.
Absolutely. Wait, we'll sing it.
Yeah.
I'll just kind of, watermelon in the back, just lend some ambiance to it.
Somebody's got to do the, clap to keep the time going.
Don't ask me. I'm fucking terrible with rhythm. We'll be all over the place. My caucasity levels are very high. There's the man of the hour.
All right, you're back. So we're about to sing Happy Birthday, and we need you to start us off. And Chuck says we actually have to sing.
Okay. So I'll pull out. Hang on, let me see. What instruments? I don't want to use the horn. That's more of a combat thing. So I'm gonna get the lute out, tune it up a little bit.
Before we start, do we know this kid's name? I mean, we're not gonna happy birthday, dear.
If you want to give me a lore test, you probably would have heard it before.
I know the wife's name was like Marta or something like that, right?
Yeah.
I don't have all my notes in front of me, unfortunately.
Yeah, the mother was.
Because I think both the women of the family started with an M, and both the men in the family started with a Z.
You are correct in that. So with that much, I'll say it. You remember the daughter's name is Marga.
Okay.
And the mother's name is Martea. Martea. Martea.
And what was the girl's name?
Marga.
Marga.
So like Margot, but Marga.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll get the lute out. We'll string, I'll do like a really kind of like ornate Hotel California type opening. Goes on for a really long time. Eventually, I'll look to you all as to know you're getting ready to come in, and I'm like, "Happy birthday,
birthday to you.
Happy birthday
to you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
dear Marga. Happy birthday. And then solo to you.
Beautiful. As you're all there singing this birthday cake, candles are lit. All of a sudden, the walls of this chamber, all the cracks start filling in and swelling with just flesh.
Oh,
and
God,
it encapsulates you, and you're all surrounded just by this wall sphere of flesh. And rising out of the center of it is Marga.
Oh, look, it's our doom.
Well, hello there, young lady.
It's my birthday?
Well, it's your special day indeed.
I didn't know that. Can I blow out my candles?
Well, Bellari here baked this cake for Bellari. Go ahead and give her cake.
And out of
Bellari shoots away to look like
you're holding the cake.
Out of the wall, this flesh tentacle comes out and kind of takes the cake out of your hand and brings it up to the little girl's mouth. But another flesh.
Before you blow on it, make sure to close your eyes, take a deep breath, and think about what it is you're wishing for.
It's true.
Okay. She closes her eyes, and another tentacle forms out of the wall and moves directly in front of her face, facing the candle. And you can see this tentacle kind of swell up, and a little mouth opening opens on the end, and it just compresses and blows the candles out. Do you think my wish will come true?
You see, that's a very dangerous question because, when you wish for something, you're not supposed to share what it is. And so if you let us know, we can't let you know if it will come true. So, it's kind of there's some sort of idiom or phrase I'm thinking of, but I can't think of what it is. But
Catch 27. There's a number to it.
I don't know. I've caught it many times, though.
Paradoxical.
Yes. Paradoxicality. Yes.
Did you all get me any presents for my birthday?
Yes, of course. I mean, we totally do that.
Oh, what you
And I will brandish the loot, madam. You're looking at it right here, and it is a beautiful loot. It's incredibly well taken care of.
It's so pretty and shiny.
Well, it's pretty and shiny for a pretty and shiny young lady.
So a
I'll
couple
hold it out.
flesh tentacles come and take it from you, and they actually move it over to this little girl's body. Now it's like she's just formed out of this flesh, so from like the waist below, it's just like a flesh tentacle that goes into a little girl torso. And she actually, with her little girl hands, takes it and she like strums it. She's like, I don't know how to play it. Can you show me?
Of course I can. Absolutely. I would be overjoyed to do this. Yeah.
If you want to give me a test for that, a performance test.
Performance? Okay.
Yeah. We do have a banked reroll.
Okay. Oh boy. I'll push it.
Okay. Hey, success is good enough.
Got
so
the one.
You got the one. You teach her just a few basic chords, and you're kind of able to string together the happy
C.
birthday song. Yeah.
G, D. It's literally those three chords will get you 75% of the way into the folk music. That's just those three in various patterns.
Oh, you've all made me so happy. I can't wait to go tell Mom. You're all way nicer than the last man who came here. He went down there, and she points to the path to the south. But then her fleshiness starts soaking back in through it, and you can see it kind of envelops the cake. And kind of...
Wait. There's one last thing for your birthday.
Yeah?
Like he starts pulling at his collar a little bit, and he's like, we hear you like to play.
I do like to play. I play with...
And
yeah.
I've got a game for you.
Oh, okay.
And real quick, I'm going to cast Firewalker.
Okay. This is escalating, but all right. I rolled a 6, so it'll be power level 2, which I don't really think really does anything except extend the time that I'm immune to fire. Okay, so if you like to play for your birthday, and I'm assuming part of that playing is playing catch. Oh, yeah, I play catch. I used to play catch with my big brother a lot.
And I've got this special bowl, as I hand her over a bottle bomb.
Oh, God. Okay, sure.
Now, I'm going to go way over there, and I want you to throw it at me as hard as you can, and we'll see if I can catch it.
Okay, she takes the bottle bomb, and she is going to follow your instructions, and she is going to throw it at you as hard as she can. Let me just roll the strength test for her to see how she does.
Bye-bye, bottle bomb.
Oh my.
5 successes. So this thing just rockets directly at you. And just... So what happens with your Firewalker? You're immune to fire damage?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's for the best. I am going to make you take a couple points of strength damage.
Absolutely. How many?
Just 2. I'm not going to make you take all 5.
And does armor count, or is it just like straight?
You can put armor on that if you want.
Okay. Let's do that. I forgot where the armor button is. Let's see. Is it in combat? Yes, it is. Okay. No,
Okay.
it's just breaking my armor, you know.
Well, yeah. Yeah, you do. So yeah, you take 2 points of damage as you're engulfed in fire. Everyone, all the rest of you are watching this happen as the fire slowly dies down. Huxley's standing there.
I start dancing.
Oh my gosh. That's so fun.
It's will also start clapping and shoot a look at Bellari and Osborne.
Hey!
Oh my gosh.
Hey!
I haven't seen that dance in 70 years.
Oh wow.
What
I
a
can't-
rare gift.
I'm gonna go tell Mom now as she finally finishes dissolving out of the
And
wall.
I bow as she's leaving.
And you kind of hear the voice trail off, like, I can't wait to tell Mom about my new friends.
God.
Thought that went rather well.
It did. Just smarts.
Yeah, but I don't think the candles worked. Unless eating them helps. Then that might help.
Yeah, that's a
And
fair point.
There's time for these candles to maybe do something, especially with her absorbing them in her mass. So, you know,
Who knows?
not an
We
immediate
might have-
effect, but I definitely took it into account.
Might
Yeah,
have
there's
built up
something
at
about an
least some
hour
currency.
with it.
Yeah.
She hit me right in the chest. Knocked the wind out of me.
That
But-
was quite the show.
You took
Yeah.
one for the team.
Well, it made sure that the glass broke and set me on fire. Otherwise, she'd be just throwing a hard glass bottle at me over and over again.
That would have probably been kind of funny too, in a way.
Can't deny
I
that.
always knew I could count on you to lighten the mood.
You know me.
Waits.
Levity is my middle name.
Yes, Waits Levity Dwarf.
Waits is my last name.
Oh, Dwarf Levity Waits.
More or less.
So, yeah, you're kind of move into this intersection. You can now see directly kind of to the north of you. There's this huge old rusty steel gate. And to the south of you, there's a tunnel that opens up.
And to the south down this tunnel is the place where the guy who last came here is.
Yeah, that's where she said he was at.
Strange feeling that that's not going to be a pretty sight.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Should we be curious?
I am a little bit.
I'll continue to bring up the rear.
Okay. So as you all move south, it's a long, narrow, straight tunnel. Let me adjust what the stream's seeing. But it's as you get maybe halfway down. Huxley taking the lead, you would hear it first.
Are we going south or north? I'm sorry.
South.
You're going to peek at to see what happened to the last guy. Curiosity, you know.
Help! Help me!
Don't help him.
I'm trapped. And another voice picks up. Help me! Help! Help! Help me! And as you move into this area, you can see it kind of splits into three. You can see that the walls are lined with young dwarven children. And they all cry out, "Help! Help me! Help!" as they all reach out towards you. If anyone wants to give me a scouting test to see if you gain any information here.
I'm on the back, so not me.
Okay.
I'll do it, but
Don't know. Help! As they all reach out, help! Help me!
Ugh.
We do have a reroll. One of you wants to reroll your 2 dice.
No, I'll just take that wits damage.
I can only roll one anyway. So.
Okay. Help! As they're all reaching out for you, all these dwarven children, probably like 20 or 30 of them,
Mhm.
all attached to the wall, just crying out, help! Help me! Help!
You gonna leave him like that?
I think they're doable. So if we help them.
Now, Osborne, if you move in, you can make that scouting test as well.
I think I will. The last thing I want to be is doomed. Yeah, there we go.
So, Osborne, as you move in, talking about how doomed they are, you start looking around and you realize that they're all absolutely identical. And they're all calling out with the exact same voice. And as you look around, you can see that there's little mushrooms sprouting all around them. And they all seem to be, at first you thought like attached to the wall, but actually seems like they're kind of growing out of the wall. But as you're looking around, you kind of see that this western chamber here, there's actually looks like a body lying on the ground. As they're all kind of calling out, help! Help me! Help! Help!
It's all the same kid over and over again. It's not like a big a big thing. It's a spooky thing. You notice these mushrooms coming out of them. I think that's what it is. It's trying to be a bunch of people all at once.
And I feel like you're saying that right as like Waits is like kind of moving towards helping a kid, but as you say that, he'll look up and be like, what kind of evil is this? As he kind of backs up a little bit, looking at all of these same looking children.
Help!
I think if you want a good idea of what kind of evil this is, there's a body over there if you want to go check it out. Frankly, I don't.
I think this is a game.
Help! Help me!
Waits will go look at the body.
Sure.
They're dwarves.
Yeah. Give me a move test.
Oh, now you see. Now you're just throwing that out there.
Yeah, you did fine.
Success.
Okay.
It's a little narrow here and there, so you're just taking extra care not to accidentally bump into any of these strange children wall
It
decorations.
is canon. It is canon that Waits is actually quite thin, especially for a dwarf.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Very
It's in my
plays,
description.
plays into it. So yeah, you move up. A long dead skeleton, judging by the weight and the height and kind of the the thickness of the bone, maybe a dwarf. Still has full outfit of adventuring gear on them. It looks like they were very well armed.
Anything there that kind of stands out as being of particular quality?
Let me just show you all.
Oh, perfect.
Ooh. It's outfitted like a motherfucker.
Well,
As you can see, they were packed ready for adventure and combat. Do you want to give a readout for the stream? It's kind of tiny on the stream.
okay. So, I mean, I'm just going to get to the good bits. A dwarven silver sword of slang, an amulet of spicy bits, a bow of backbiting, a crossbow of no-go, and knuckles of face punching.
I'm interested in one of those for sure.
Yeah. Oh, me too. So, there's some fairly fancy looking items on here.
But one thing to point out is also on him, you do find a large rusty iron key of dwarven design.
Yeah. I can't carry all this stuff. I need someone else to come give me a hand.
All right, I'll come.
Move test.
A move test. Okay.
Mhm.
This is going to be amazing.
Ooh.
Oh, goodness.
Do you want to push that?
Of course, always.
Reroll.
Oh, we do have a free reroll if you want to take that reroll instead of a push.
Is it too late? Because I.
No, I'll let you reroll the original one.
Okay.
Rerolls are magical and they let you do all sorts of fun things.
All right, you guys are good with this?
Yeah.
All right, I'll do that.
I don't want you to have to make a new character in the middle of this. But you still
Now,
might
do you
have
want to push?
Yeah.
Hey!
Okay.
Hey! 4 times the check.
Thanks,
Not
Brian.
a problem. You make it through there, Huxley. Maybe your robe accidentally brushes against one of these mushroom children. It's almost like a mouse trap almost. As soon as you brush it, the little arms go out and start grabbing. But that as soon as it doesn't get anything, it relaxes and goes back to its chorus of help me's. But yeah, you're all able to drag all the gear back out. I think you should be able to drag those onto your character sheet from there.
It says we can't view the items when I look at them.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Let me see what I can do about that.
Dwarven silver sword of slaying. It's like dwarven design, or is it used for slaying dwarves?
It's
yeah.
dwarven design. Now try and open those up.
Oh boy.
Yep, that works.
Yeah, this is definitely something you would like. This is amulet of spicy bits.
I may or may not have-
Fired
I
damage.
like it. I like it. So yeah, the amulet lets you ignore fire damage every now and then, like a d6, where the dwarven silver sword gives you bonuses against demons and undead.
I love it how it's a fire department look.
Oh,
I
the
grew up
pack
seeing
I
that.
see that.
Those two. Huh. Some good stuff here.
Mhm.
Hopefully we get to keep it.
Yeah,
Hopefully she doesn't pop out and be like, why are you stealing my stuff?
maybe the
I gave you
GM
a guitar.
realized that I haven't given out any good magical items in a very long time.
Okay. I definitely would want the sword, if that's cool with people.
I would want
yeah.
the crossbow since I am now super prideful in my crossbow shooting abilities.
I kind of want the knuckles.
What do you want, Osborne?
Oh, I don't have permission to view the large shield, but I do want to check out that shield.
I will say it's just a regular large shield. Let me find out why that's not. I probably forgot. You know what? I'm just.
That's definitely what I'm looking at.
You can try now.
Nope. Weird.
Oh, god damn it. Nested folders. How dare you?
Oh, nice.
There you go. You can try that if you want.
Hey, okay.
Crossbow can knock people prone.
That's why it's the
That
crossbow.
large
no
shield's
go.
pretty nice looking. But my shield's already pretty high quality stuff. Oh, except this crack that I put in it when I punched that one guy. Yeah. I'll just strap that to my back just in case
Okay.
something happens to this one.
Were you gonna take the amulet of spicy bits as well?
You should.
Yep, you should.
Pyromaniac goblin. It might be useful.
Indeed. Yeah, I'll strap the shield to my back and slap the amulet of spicy bits on my neck.
Does Grace use a bow?
Yes, she does.
Mhm.
We should save that then for since you took the crossbow, Bellari.
Grace is both sneaky and a bow user. It's almost like these items are customized.
Mm-hmm.
So is it possible to have more than one artifact die?
Each artifact die ties to a specific thing.
Mm-hmm.
What is your... So you got an artifact die for punching?
Yeah, for a talent, and then this one gives a artifact die as well.
I would probably let you take whichever artifact die is higher.
Oh, okay. Well, it's the same, but it's still cool. I get an extra bonus.
Cool. All right. You have some swag and you have a key. Do you want to head back up to that gate?
Yeah, I think so.
Let's see here. All right.
Chuck, there's a request in chat to see the amulet of spicy bits on
Yeah.
the overlay.
Yeah. Let me load it up as a handout real quick. That way I can easily show. Nope, I don't want that button. All right.
I'm just going to make a test roll to see if I got my math right.
Sure.
Nothing.
Anybody want the helmet?
Already have one.
That just popped up for the stream, but yeah, it is a fire department emblem.
I already have a helmet with the +3. Maybe we could save that for somebody else.
Okay.
Maybe Grace needs a helmet.
Oh, there you go. All right. Do you all head up to that gate?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I'll let you all move your tokens, but it's going to be an uneventful trip up there.
Is there anything else in any of these other areas?
No, there's not.
Okay.
Unless you want to do more, patty cake with the creepy dwarf children.
Nah, it's fine.
Nah, never mind. Okay, yeah, go ahead. I was thinking about it.
Yeah.
Roll for patty cake.
Roll for patty cake. That would be a move test, and then after they grab you and try and eat you, it'd be an opposed strength test. No, yeah, if you make it up to the gate, you can clearly see where this keyhole is. Who's gonna do the deed and open the gate?
Sure. Yeah. I'll do it.
Sure. Yeah, you
Key.
put the key. It's rusted, it's jammed, but if you put a little oomph into it, it eventually turns over, and there's this rumbling as the gate just rises up, leaving an open path that rises up and out of the, flooded section of the map.
All right. Forward we go.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Oh my god. Token's like way behind.
Oh, there you go. Cool.
E.
So yeah,
All right.
as you move in, I'll say immediately to your left, you see a small opening, a small cavern, completely unoccupied by the looks of it. Now, one thing you notice as you kind of move past this gated area, the heat of these caves starts increasing. Before, they've been kind of cold and dark, damp. Here it's humid. Temperatures are maybe almost like, up in the 80s. Not so much that you feel like you're in danger, but, maybe some sweat starts coming to your brow. But you can see the tunnel does, outside of this opening to the left, the tunnel does continue on up ahead and eventually hooks towards the right. And let me adjust the stream. There we go. Y'all continue on?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. as you kind of make this bend, Huxley, you can see down this tunnel. Way down at the end, there's a larger passage to the left. And the mine tracks that you've been following do turn towards that area. While on the right, kind of going south, there's a tunnel that's kind of been bored out of the wall, and it looks very similar to the tunnel that worm creature that Martia dug out. And it continues towards the south.
Just gonna move forward a little bit.
And coming out of the opening, kind of when you move past the tunnel to the south, just this humid heat, this funk, almost like a mixture of like BO and rotting meat are drifting out of that passage.
We want to go this way, we want to go the other.
Whatever your instincts say, Huxley.
We'll go this way first.
Okay. Yeah, you follow the tracks. It then takes that left that goes north. You can see there's an opening on the right, and you can see eventually the tunnel hooks around towards the left at the end of it. As you follow it, it's uneventful, it's quiet, dripping water. The passage to the right, you can look down, it's another small opening. It actually looks like maybe at one point it had mining equipment in it. There's old crates here. The wood's all long since rotten and started to dissolve. Looks like there were mining tools, so there's shovels and pickaxes, but the handles, the wood is all kind of rotted and disintegrated from time and moisture. So it just leaves rusty pickaxe and shovel heads just kind of scattered about the room.
That's pretty awesome, but not what we're here for, so.
Sure. As you move, let me adjust what the stream's looking at. Further on, the tracks continue around, and you see they hook around to the left again. And eventually, as you clear that last bend, there's another one of the shafts that you came across before. You're at the bottom of the shaft, and you can see it just goes up. And you can see there's a bead of light at the very top of it. But you also see that there's chains coming down and attaching. The bottom of this is actually a platform, and you see a series of levers kind of sticking out of the center of the platform. This looks to be some kind of elevator.
Well, looks like it is our way out.
Is there any indication that it could go lower?
Yes.
It also could be way further down.
Oh. Yeah, you're right.
But it looks like there's like 3 levers, so you can manipulate whether this goes up or down.
So we've got more choices to make.
And we need to speak with Marta. Well, Marga, really. Convince her to give us the sword.
I'm thinking that, you should say follow your instincts. I'm thinking we should follow our nose.
It always knows.
The nose knows. So yeah, if you want to double back, there was that tunnel to the south that had that funk coming out of it.
Looks like this tunnel is going to take us to Funky Town.
So as you all, Huxley, you're leading the way. You make it to the tunnel heading south. It's, it's a little smaller, but it's enough that, probably for you, Huxley, you're taller than everyone else. You might have to duck a little bit. But you can see as you move south through this tunnel, there's all these smaller branching bits here and there. There's bits of this fleshy material, which you recognize as part of Marga. And it's kind of as you hit that last bend going down there, you all start hearing the sounds of someone clumsily strumming on a lute. And as you kind of move in, you can kind of stop your tokens there. There's just a couple snaking paths, but as you kind of move in, you see this larger chamber. The walls are covered with her fleshy material. And in the center, you see the torso of Marga playing on the lute, her cake half eaten next to her. Oh, you found my room. I told Mother she was so happy that you were so nice and celebrated my birthday with me. I'm 9 now.
9. That's wonderful. Wonderful. You're getting so good at that loot in such a short time.
You think so? Mom said I was good too.
You're far better than I tried to teach Osborne here. Struggled a little bit from time to time. You're a star pupil.
Thank you. That's very nice. Maybe one day if Mom and I can leave here, we'll be able to go and I can play music for people. Maybe he'll want to hear me play.
That sounds wonderful.
And it's with this, you hear that familiar rumbling noise. And out of one of the side tunnels, the large worm creature slides back out, lifts its head up, and the face of Martia presents itself. You all have brought a great amount of joy to my daughter. I'm forever grateful to you.
You're happy to do it, ma'am.
You're welcome.
You all seem more than capable too. Not just leading with might, but leading with kindness as well. I'll give you what you seek. As
Thank you.
The worm leans its head down and regurgitates a sword onto the floor.
Osborne, why don't you go ahead and grab that?
Okay. I'll go and grab the sword as quickly as possible.
Give me just a second here, Jake. You go and you grab the sword. It is slimy. It is uncomfortably hot, but not so much that it hurts. Let's see. Is this the right one? Jake, I have now added the sword Malagarn to your character sheet.
Ah, hell yeah.
And it doesn't have to stay with you. You're welcome to, do what you want with it.
I'm gonna set it on the spare shield I've got and then just kind of drag it behind me.
Okay. And also with this, you either have or know of the location of all the stones. The only one that's not in your possession now is the ruby that was on the cloak that you turned over to the Red Runners. Mommy, watch the song I learned to play. And she very clumsily goes through the notes and does a little happy birthday.
Yeah, it's just beautiful.
Martia turns towards you. You've all done a little girl a great good today, and you did it despite the danger she presents. Until my husband removes the curse, we'll be cursed to dwell in these mines, but you've made it a little better for us.
Yeah, we're great.
Hopefully we can find a way to remove that curse for you.
That would be good, but my husband is a powerful sorcerer.
What have you tried so far to remove it?
What have I tried? Nothing. I don't have the aptitude. After we escaped to the mines and they cursed the mines, well, my daughter did, my other daughter. And we've been trapped here ever since. So,
Well, that sucks.
I agree. If there's nothing else, I would like to listen to my daughter play her instrument. Back when I had hands, I played a little myself, so I might be able to teach her some as well.
Sounds fun. Music is a tonic for the soul.
There is an elevator to the north of here if you all want to leave, or if you want to visit us again. It would be the quickest way to get to us.
I'll look at Margot and be like, next time I visit, I expect to hear quite a few songs from you, young lady.
Oh, I will. I'll learn all the songs and I'll play them for you.
I look forward to that.
Okay.
Maybe next time I'll bring a new instrument.
That would be amazing. Maybe we could play together too.
Certainly.
Oh,
I
wow.
always enjoy a duet.
That would be so fun. Mommy, you want to hear that when he comes back? Yes, dear. That would be amazing. Okay. What do y'all want to do next?
Do we have any things that we need to do, like perhaps help the other group get out?
That would probably be good.
Nah, we're good.
Yeah, just
I don't know. I like
they
them.
live here now.
Pretty tight squad, you know.
That's how Grace and Steely Dan moved permanently to the mines.
Yeah, we should probably go get them.
And I'm fine hand waving that part. With Marga being a friend of yours now, she would actually kind of assist you through your journeys through the mine. Sadly, that means that Milva's task of reclaiming the mines is not going to be possible at this point. So she would say, her goal in the long term would be to figure out how to break this curse. So that way they can leave the mines and her people can resettle here.
Bill
In the
Milva.
meantime, they need some place to settle. We got a place.
And we share a goal. Part of our goal might involve removing that curse. Seems our paths align still. Osborne has the right of it.
Wait, isn't our home in some rather rocky, somewhat mountainous terrain?
It is, and if I remember correctly, you can upgrade it to add a stone quarry. Currently on your list was hiring lumberjacks. And actually, yeah, you had making a quarry on your list.
I
Yeah.
mean, we could also possibly do a mine, as I say that very, very low to the other three.
You and yours, of course, are welcome. I would be honored to have fellow dwarven kin underneath the roofs and within the walls of our home.
We are needing a safe place to stay, but if you expect us to work there, do you pay a good wage?
Of course we do.
Okay. I'm not going to look up the wage fee things now, but we can get that off stream. So,
Way better than you got paid to come here.
true. All right. I'll put it out there. You all have recruited Milva and her 3 dwarven companions.
Good.
So yeah, you reclaim Steely Dan, you reclaim Grace, your crew and the dwarves make it to the surface. I'll say you give the dwarves instructions on how to make it to Weatherstone. What is going to be next on the list?
I mean, that ruby still, right?
Yeah, the ruby, and that pointed you to Pelagia.
Pelagia, yeah.
Pelagia, yeah. Off to the east.
Yeah. And then the other thing was we needed to go possibly the Hagler's house first and then to Vaughn, but I think that was like the last step, because isn't that where like the vortex thing is or whatever?
Yeah, Vaughn is where the vortex is. And so there's a lot of, you've gotten pitches from a lot of different factions on what they want to do with the stones. But if I remember correctly, your goal was to take them all and toss them into the vortex, sealing the vortex. Or at least that was a discussion. I'm not sure if that's...
There's some disagreement
Yeah.
about that still.
But yeah, trying to seal the vortex. But that, we've got a lot of time to figure that out. So if I'm hearing that correctly, Pelagia is the next steps. Were you all actually going to head back to Weatherstone? Because you did have a person in your employ who wanted to go to Pelagia and was waiting at Weatherstone until you head that direction.
Yeah,
I'm
we
fine
can go
with that.
back first. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. You've been through these hexes. You've got plenty of food. The question I'm going to have is, are you going to deviate from your path back to hit an extra hex? Or are you just going to hurry straight back to the Weatherstone?
I think one extra X would be good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Works
take
for
a
me.
look-see.
Okay. Why don't we go ahead and roll that out? And, yeah.
Doesn't Dan do one of the things?
He does
normally?
scouting.
Does
I'll do scouting.
Awesome.
Let's see.
Let's see.
Ooh-ah. Yeah, check
Yeah.
that out.
Second here. I'm hoping I push the right buttons. Okay, lead the way. So yeah, you all add another hex. Let me find my token for that. I'll just throw it up there. There was no encounter there, so nice, easy trek. And we're at 3 hours, but I think this is a fantastic point. So next session we'll start out in Weatherstone, and we'll can make the trip over to Pelagia to see if you can negotiate with the Red Runners to claim the last ruby. So when you go there, what are you going to do with your current bits and components? Because you've got everything else except for that stone.
keep it in the vault, maybe?
Yeah, let the Minotaur guard it.
And that Minotaur is going to take over the world someday. It's Biden's time.
It is.
Hang on to this crown for us, too.
Yeah.
Just giving you all the most powerful artifacts there.
All the world is now a labyrinth.
Let's take a look. I wanna. Okay. All right. So yeah, hide them in the vault. Let's go ahead and do our end of session questions. Now there's still a lot of stuff queued up in the. Find it in the Weatherstone because you had a.
Yeah, we had some projects that were.
Yeah, you had a
happening
week
while we
to
were
build a
gone.
market. I'll say, you know what? I'll say the week is lapsed and you now have a marketplace.
Cool.
That'll bring in some gold.
That will bring in
Hooray.
some gold. Good spell. Drop the. Nope, that's a. Where is that? Oh, I had to search in the right area. All right. You all have a market. So, by the time you return from Pelagia, the next two things will be built and ready to go.
Nice.
So let's do some questions. Did you travel through at least one hex? Oh, I'm sorry. Did you participate? The four of you all did. Take an experience point. Did you travel through at least one hex on the game map that hadn't been visited before? Yeah, you all swung out of your way to grab that one. Did you discover a new adventure site? No, I think we took the Stone Loom the last time. Did you defeat one or more monsters? Yes, you did. You kicked those little demon asses. Did you find treasure? Yes, you did.
Yes, we did.
Did you build a function of your stronghold? The market completed, so yeah, take a point for that. I believe that Bellari was the only one who activated their pride. Does anyone feel like they suffered from their dark secrets? No? Okay.
Yeah, not really.
All right. Did you risk your life for another PC? Anyone think they can take that?
I don't know. I don't think we were. I mean, only with talking. Like, I don't think we were
Yeah.
ever like really physically
Yeah.
in danger.
You all did a good job of talking your issues out today, which
Yeah.
I don't think the
Helped a
rocks
lot.
were a mortal danger to us.
Let's see. Did you perform an extraordinary action of some kind? Absolutely, you all did. You talked two giant demon monsters into giving you the item they wanted without having to fight them. And if you would have fought them, it would have been tough because one of them had a strength of 24.
Oh, damn.
That's
Yeah.
a lot
As
of
we
dice.
saw from that epic firebomb toss.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. Whew.
So yeah, you all can take a point for an extraordinary
It's like-
action.
Where'd Huxley go?
We're also going to do reputation points. You can only get 1 reputation point per session. Prominent NPC was killed or saved from certain death. I think where we're going to get at is you built a function of your stronghold. So the market completed, so you all can take a reputation point as well.
Nice. To 11.
Nice. Okay. That's the session. You've all completed the Stone Loom Mines.
Baked birthday muffin.
You made
things.
Yeah, that could have been an epic action all on its own.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, 2 weeks we'll be back heading towards Pelagia. And we'll see what kind of shenanigans I can throw at you. Let's do some plugs. Let's start reverse order. We're gonna make Melissa talk.
I muted myself because I usually don't have to, so thanks for that. So, Adventures in Lollygagging, you can check us out generally on Mondays, Fridays, and Saturdays with Alien or Things from the Flood and Delta Green and Worlds Without Number, but not today because it's a holiday weekend. But normally that's where you can find us. Also, check out our YouTube channel.
Cool. You got anything to add to that, Jeff?
I guess I'll go ahead and do the plug for tomorrow night. You can catch Chuck and I over on Steam Still Murder, as Bert's going to be running us through more Shadowrun, while fireworks explode in the back. It's going to be great.
It's going to be great.
So,
real life
fireworks,
sound effects.
And then fireworks in the game, too.
Maybe he should just change it so they both coincide with 4th of July in-game in real life.
Yeah. Every time a firework goes off, there's an explosion in game.
Yeah.
And we have to deal with it somehow.
Yeah. We're going to be fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Adam.
Yeah, I'd like to plug our Patreon where you can get access to a lot of the stuff that we're doing early and ahead of time. Just yesterday, we posted a preview of the new Ancestry that we'll be releasing called the Cambion for those that are at the Executioner Inquisitor level. And then here is a free preview since I got to put it through Foundry. That's a free preview of what you could get at the $5 level, which is a new monster a month and access to our episodes and stuff like that. But a beast that you can download that's illustrated by Dan Mandich, the original illustrator for Zweihander, and plug that into your adventures.
Very cool. Yeah. Defenders of Cobalt. That's where you can find Jake and I hanging out all the damn time. Let's see. Like Jeff mentioned, Sunday night we'll be over on Steam Steel for Shadowrun. I'll be hanging out with Jeff and Liz. Flood game, right?
It's going to be Flood, yeah.
Yeah, so you can check Jeff, Melissa, and I. Just Jeff runs us through Flood on the Lollygaggers. But Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Central, here on Defenders, we're continuing part 2 of Little Trouble in Big Absalon, the Pathfinder 2nd Edition adventure. Friday night, we'll be continuing on our Alien campaign, All Fear the Ishtar. And then Saturday, we'll be back on Goodman Games Official to rock out some Umerica. We're picking that back up. So, I don't know. That's what we fucking got. I don't know. I ain't got anything else. So, I guess until we see you next time, start fires, do drugs, and wash your fucking hands. Deuces.